Arizona. The flyover, but the roof was closed. Would Bill Belichick and the Patriots win their 4th title in 7 years? Tom Brady looking to become, along with Montana and Bradshaw, 4-time winner, but Eli Manning trying to make it 2 in a row for he and his bro. Eli, 3rd and 6, and the Giants came out on an unbelievable drive that took 10 minutes. That's Plexico, 14 yards, and then Manning to Steve Smith. They completed the first 4 third downs. They converted them, Steve.
I thought that they would be able to move the ball well within the 30s. They did that in the first half. Didn't get the points on the board that I thought they need to win. Get credit to defense in the end of the day.
That's 3rd and 7 to Smith, the first down, and then on 3rd and 10, same drive. They can't make all of them, but here we go. They've taken almost 10 minutes off the clock. And Lawrence Party times with a 32-yard field goal. Wait a minute now. What's happening? It's the Giants that lead 3-0 for Tom Coughlin. The ankle appeared to be fine. And when Brady stepped back to pass to hit Wes Welker, everything seemed to be fine on 3rd and 3. But later in the drive, 3rd and 10, Brady looking for Ben Watson. Flag in the end zone. He turned around and could have made the play. Pierce.
Antonio Pierce had pretty good coverage. He just never turned around to see the football. He actually would have had a chance to get a turnover for the Giants.
So now we're on the 1, but it's the first play of the 2nd quarter, and bang! Lawrence Boney Maroney, and the Patriots come back, and they lead at 7-3. 3rd and 7. Eli Manning to well-dressed Amani Toomer. Comes back beautifully for the ball, 38 yards.
My X factor, Boomer. I have to take credit. That was a big play. They did not convert, though, there.
And look at the block by Brandon Jacobs here.
Yeah, great job of picking up the blitz by Brandon Jacobs, something that the Giants did at the very start of the game, made the quarterback comfortable.
3rd and 5, and Eli was right on the money, but Smith bobbles and Ellis Hobbs takes the gift. And it was right there. Eli was really throwing well.
Eli threw it early. Smith should have had a chance. He had a chance to catch it, but you could see that he couldn't quite his eyes on the football. I don't blame either one.
But did someone say Big Blue defense? Midnight Blue. Maroney stuffed. Steve Spagnuolo called a great game. And the punt for the Patriots. Then, watch this. Wow. That's Justin Tuck. No Tuck rule here. And the Patriots forced to punt. The pass rush was enormous for the Giants. The front 4 and everyone they sent. But there's Randy Moss for a first down. And the Patriots with 30 seconds to go in the half are in a Giants territory. But Tuck blows past Logan Mankins again. Osi Umenyiora falls on the ball. And the Giants take over.
You know what? This Giant defense defended all day long on all aspects of their game. They give them the chance to score some points here at the end of the half.
Last play of the half, the Giants almost the Hail Mary. Whoa, it got to Steve Smith. But guess what? We have a ball game at 7-3 New England at the half.
Good throw by Eli. Smith just wasn't able to track the football to his hands.
And so the opening kickoff of the second half goes to the Patriots. Brady throwing. Kevin Falk hit by Antonio Pierce, short of a first down on 3rd and 5. Patriots offense anywhere near the record-setting squad we saw all year. R.W. McQuarters, a little return. Bill Belichick says now they had a timeout. They waited. He threw the flag. Too many men on the field.
I thought it was a great call by a coach to take a second, look at the tape, find out if there's 12 on the field, and catch the referee missing the call.
You know, he held on to that flag throughout a very long timeout period, about 2 or 3 minutes, and then let the Giants actually start to play before he threw the flag.
It was Chase Blackburn that tried to get off that couldn't. Falk, a beautiful play. He's such a valuable back on 3rd and 13. They pick up 14, and the drive continues. But Michael Strahan blowing past Kaiser, and Brady is sacked again. He was on his back 18, 19 times, or at least he was hit. Pump fake, and New England cannot capitalize on the challenge. They went for it on 4th and 13. No field goal. Would they regret that later? Yes, they would. Eli Manning, play action. Why not try it? Late 3rd. Triple coverage, though, on Plexico, and Asante Samuel's there to break it up. And so we're 7-3 in a game expected to be just with rockets going off on the scoreboard. The Giants first up following a Patriots punt. Manning connects over the middle. Boss. And there goes the boss. 45 yards. Peyton Manning pumped up in the box. Then off play action. Bang! David Tyree, of all folks, it's David Tyree on 2nd and 3 from the 5, and the Giants, G-Men, lead it 10-7. How about this play by Eli, avoiding the sack. Plexico, oh, he got tangled up in blue.
You have a sense that he would regret that? Isn't it amazing how this played out? I thought that was one that he would look back and say, the game changed right there, but it didn't.
And now the Patriots 2nd and 5. Now they've got to do something, guys, to make either more max protect or just get the short passing game going.
You know, I've seen enough of the Patriots to know that they were going to put together a drive. I always thought that the Giants were going to have to score again in order to win the football game.
Moss first, Wes Welker for a first down on 2nd and 6. He caught 11 times a Super Bowl record. Then Brady was hit by Deion Branch, a Patriot, a few years ago. Moss for the first down inside the Giant 20. And then later in the drive, Brady to Kevin Falk, just so valuable. One of those Patriots trying for his 4th ring. Inside the 10, 3rd and goal. Giants defense, can they get the heat? Moss with a touchdown and under 3 to go. You knew it would happen. The Patriots grabbed the lead.
He faked like he was going to go to the fade, got the defensive back on his heels, and literally pushed him down, not pushed him down, and fell down wide open in the end zone.
Corner has got to get hands-on in that situation. Doesn't do you any good if you back up into the end zone.
14-10, 2-minute warning. Eli to Amani Toomer coming back to make the grab just short of the first. And on 4th and 1, of course, Tom Coughlin going to go for it. Do you pass or do you give it to the big fella? Brandon Jacobs gets the yard and the drive continues for the G-Men. $1:15 to go, 3rd and 5. How about this? Eli somehow wearing Fran Tarkenton's number gets out of there to David Tyree, and how did he make that?
Honestly, the play of could be the century. I hate to say these kinds of things, but you got to be kidding me with the game on the line and all that was in play. All time, boom. Tommy, have you seen anything like this?
Nothing like it. And Eli Manning's composure throughout the day, I think his team picked up on it and they fed off of it. But what a great play on both ends.
Remember, needing a touchdown, 14-10, 45 seconds to go. Manning. Steve Smith had a couple of bobbles, as we saw early, but he came on late.
Smart little throws from Eli Manning in this drive. Did not get greedy. Knew that he had to work his way down the field. Did a spectacular job.
39 seconds to go. The fade. Plexico turns around. G-Men. Touchdown. The move on Hobbs.
It's a double move. Looked like he was going to the slant. Went right by him, froze the defensive back, and there was a touchdown.
And the Giants could pull off one of the all-time shockers, except we've seen Tom Brady do it before. He has his timeouts, but he's nailed by Jay Alford. 10-yard loss. The heat just kept on coming from up front. 3rd and 20. Brady rolling. Sings it to Moss. But no, that's Corey Webster and Jibril Wilson, both playing huge parts in this game. And now with 10 seconds to go on 4th and 20, you want a miracle where you're 18-0? Will you be 19-0? Will you get a chance for a field goal? No! It's incomplete to Moss. And the New York Football Giants, the ultimate road warriors, have pulled one of the biggest shockers in NFL history. The Patriots denied 2 old friends shake hands. Tom Coughlin, the Giants. Eli Manning is the champ. And so, the team that never played a home game in the playoffs went down to Tampa in 75-degree heat. 1. Went to Dallas, little chillier. 1. Went to minus 23 in Green Bay with wind chill. 1. Came in a dome to Arizona and beat a team that was 18-0. The New York Football Giants are champions of the football world, and for the 2nd straight year, Manning is the MVP in the Super Bowl. 9 of 14 down the stretch, and the composure And the one play that we saw, Steve, kind of spoke for him saying ice water Eli.
For the last